Minister Mark Vanterpool says the new revitalized Craft Alive Market will be reopened on November 20th. And with the reopening less than a month away, vendors are asked to ensure that their trade licenses are in order, particularly those who are relocating from the cruise ship pier. Walter Barrett has more.
The minister made the disclosure on Tuesday evening during a meeting at the Noah Lloyd Positive Action Movement Park with vendors who currently occupy stalls at the market, along with vendors who occupy the tent city at the cruise ship pier, as some of them will be moving over to the Crafts Alive market upon its completion. According to the minister, there were some delays due to differences in ideas between himself and the architect regarding what some of the stalls should look like, among other things.
When we started the village, obviously we started the buildings, the architect had it on a plan, everything was looking lovely and so on. When we started to dig up the ground and put them down, and I took a visit to the site, I said, wait a minute here, some of these buildings are a little too small for my purpose, a little tight. So I pulled the architect aside, we went back to the office, and I said, before these builders continue building, let's talk. And we went to some ideas to expand some of the buildings as we could. Not all of them we could, but we expanded some. We made them a little better in terms of space and so on. And we looked at a number of things. We also, in the end, decided that rather than leaving the gut or the drain open, as was the case, we decided to cover it and make it look a lot more aesthetical. You will see that we are putting in some nice pavers that we are about to be starting right now to make it look a lot nicer. They came in from Miami, I think a week or two ago, and I know the builder is on the job right now working that out. And then we're going to begin the landscaping in the next couple of days to be able to have it ready and have it right.
Minister Vanterpool assured the vendors at Thursday's meeting that they aren't just being placed at the revamped market site, but government will be taking steps to ensure that persons visit the stores regularly.
Again, we're not just placing it there and placing you there, but it's going to be our responsibility from the ministry side, from the tourist board side, from the cruise ship, the Port Authority side, and from the entire government side to ensure that we get people to go there to support what is happening there. So we're not just going to put it there, put you in the buildings and leave it there. We're going to be advertising, promoting, putting out ways of making sure people can know that you are there, that there's activities there, and that this is the way to get there, and so on and so forth.
During the meeting, the vendors voiced their concerns on a number of issues, one being whether or not they would be compensated for the time they were out of commission while the renovations were being done. Minister Vanterpool responded that although no compensation could be given, they would not be required to pay rent for the time they were out of work.
Yes, we did consider all that. We were concerned about it. And that's why we decided to do the project after the cruise ship season. And I know vendors in the Craft Alive village don't just get business from the cruise ships only, but generally other business. Leases or rents due during this course of time have been postponed, and so they would not be due for the period of time we've been in there, and so on. But we can look at some other things like those that we can review.
Another question asked was whether or not vendors from the tent city at the cruise ship pier who were operating without a trade license would be able to apply for one and work at the Crafts Alive market. According to the minister, those vendors will have an opportunity to get their trade licenses in order. Any
business that operates in the BVI must operate under trade license. Now, we're aware that there were some activities over there that were not trade licensed. And so we're not going to bury your head in the sand and play ostriches and not deal with it. So yes, the answer is go to the trade department if you want with the assistance of our team and try to get your trade license coordinated and organized.
Minister Vanterpool said the revitalization of the Crafts Alive market and the soon removal of the tents at the cruise ship pier are all part of government's plans to beautify the Road Town area, attracting more tourists while making Road Town and its environs more aesthetically pleasing to residents as well. He said the cost for the revamping of the Crafts Alive market to date is in the vicinity of $1.2 million, an investment he said government wants to see work for them. Reporting for JTV News, this is Walter Barrett.